Robin, you're muted.
Is that okay? Now let us take a few deep breaths as we ground ourselves and enter into this sacred time together. We welcome you here. Whether you choose to be seen on Zoom or not, you are welcome here. No matter your age, your size, or if you decide to speak, you are welcome here. No matter the color of your skin, your hair, or your eyes, you are welcome here. No matter whom you love or how your family is composed, you are welcome here. Whether your ability to contribute comes in the form of time, talent, or treasure, you are welcome here. No matter how you express your gender identity or whatever your abilities, you are welcome here. Whether you come with laughter in your heart or tears, you are welcome here. Come with an open mind, a loving heart, and willing hands, you are welcome here.
When I am frightened, will you reassure me? When I'm uncertain, will you hold my hand? Will you be strong for me? Sing to me quietly. Will you share some of your stories with me? If you will show me compassion, then I may learn to care as you do. Then I may learn to care. When I am angry, will you still embrace me? When I am thoughtless, will you understand? Will you believe in me? Stand by me willingly. Will you share some of your questions with me? If you will show me acceptance, then I may learn to give as you do. Then I may learn to give. When I am troubled, will you listen to me? When I am lonely, will you be my friend? Will you be there for me? Comfort me tenderly. Will you share some of your feelings with me? If you will show me commitment, then I may learn to love as you do. Then I may learn to love.
We gather this hour as people of faith, with joys and sorrows, gifts and needs. We light this beacon of hope, sign of our quest for truth and meaning, in celebration of the life we share together. May we shine a light of love. May we shine a light of love. With every thought, with every step we take, may we shine a light of love. May we shine a light of hope. May we shine a light of hope. With every thought, with every step we take, may we shine a light of hope. Welcome, everyone. Before I share my story for our Time for All Ages, I wanted to thank everyone who contributed to the children's trip to Glenwood Caverns. We went yesterday, and due to your generosity, we were able to sponsor 18 children on the trip. So thank you so much for everyone who bought their kids' original artwork, who bought the masks and t-shirts that the kids tie-dyed. We appreciate you so much, and they really had a lovely time. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll get some of those pictures from the trip up on our website so you can see just how much fun they had. I'd also like to remind everyone that next Saturday is our It's Scary to Be Hungry food drive, benefiting the Community Food Bank. We are collecting holiday items such as instant potatoes, cranberry sauce, gravy, stuffing mix, all that sort of thing. You can drop them by the church. There's a box in the foyer during office hours, or if you want to come see the kids in their costumes Saturday afternoon, we'll be in the parking lot of the church from 1 to 2 collecting food. So I hope to see you there. Today's Time for All Ages was going to be our photo challenge slideshow for the month of deep listening. However, when I scheduled that, I had failed to recognize there was going to be All Souls Day. So the slideshow is going to be postponed, and we'll do a combination slideshow for deep listening and healing next month. So if you sent me photos, I didn't forget about you. It'll just be another time. So today's story is called The Goodbye Book, and it is by Todd Parr, who, if you've ever taught RE with me, you know I use a lot of Todd Parr's books. If you have small children in your life, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, they're really, really great, simple text, simple illustrations, colorful books on a variety of topics. Can't recommend them enough. So this is The Goodbye Book by Todd Parr. It would help if I remembered to share my screen. That would be useful for you all. Apologies. Here we go. The Goodbye Book by Todd Parr. It's hard to say goodbye to someone. You might not know what to feel. You might feel very sad. You might feel very mad. You might not feel like talking to anyone. You might just feel like hiding. Some things might not seem fun anymore. You might not feel like eating. You might not feel like sleeping. You might try to stop thinking about it. You might pretend it didn't happen. You might feel confused. But eventually, you'll start to feel better. You'll remember how you laughed together. You'll remember all the fun you had. You'll have days when you feel up and days when you feel down. You'll remember all the special times. You'll remember everything you learned together. You might feel like talking to someone, or even drawing a picture. You might wonder where they went or what they're doing now, but most of all, you'll remember how much you love and miss them. You'll go on and try to be brave, and you'll remember that there will always be someone to love you and hold you tight. We all get sad when we say goodbye to someone we love. Always try to remember all the happy times you shared together. The end. Love, Todd.
Thank you, Chelsea. I have invited Phil Ellsworth to offer our centering words this morning.
I have two readings. The first is from the last page of How Green Was My Valley by Richard Llewellyn. But you have gone now, all of you, that were so beautiful when you were quick with life, yet not gone, for you are still a living truth inside my mind. So how are you dead, my brothers and sisters, and all of you, when you live with me as surely as I live myself? Is Kindman dead then, and her beauty dear beside me again, and her eyes with jewels for me, and my arms hurting with the grip of her fingers? No, and I will stand to say no, and no again. And the second reading is Shakespeare's Sonnet 18. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometime declines by chance or nature changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest. Nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe, or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
Something told the wild geese it was time to go. Though the fields lay golden, something whispers slow. sing told the wild geese, it was time to fly. Summer sun was on their wings. Winter, winter, winter in their cry.
At this darkening time of the year, our thoughts turn to things past, to life retreating, to those who are no longer with us. Images come to our minds of dear companions who once graced our lives, the loved ones whom we miss, persons whose lives made an impact on our lives. All of those who were here, contributing, caring, and are now gone. Our memories bring forth joy and sadness. Let us not push these feelings away, for our recollections attest to the enduring importance of these friends, this love, our memories. May these brave and lovely spirits live again in our tender thoughts and prove that death and distance are powerless to sever the bonds that truly connect loving hearts. And now I invite us to recall to mind those members of this community who have died within this year. I invite us to take a moment of silence to think and honor and share in our hearts those people in our lives who we grieve. And I will invite us as a community to light a candle, share a memory, and offer a drumbeat for those in our lives we remember, honor, and still love. So I invite Phil to get us started today. What we're going to do is we will share a memory. If you have a picture or something that you'd like to share, that's fine. And then we have Robin here, and we have Chelsea, who is going to light a candle here on our altar of memories for each person that we share. So Phil, I'll let you start us with some words, and I believe he has a little bit of music for us too.
Oh, I remember you, your words, your touch, your eyes, every shadow on your lovely face, the endless measure of your gifts of grace, the starry nights, you lying near, nothing changes, you are here. Oh, I remember you. I remember you. Oh, I remember you.
This next tribute, is from Janet Cummings honoring her father. Wrong screen. That would be my sermon. So Janet, we will deal with our technical issues and get back to you, I promise. Dwayne, I see that you've unmuted yourself. Would you like to speak?
This dog took his mother out for a walk out by Palisades. This is about the middle of July. And remembering Arlita.
Piera also shared a story and some pictures of her mother that I will share, and we will now light a candle for. In a moment, because my screen sharing is not working. So I'll deal with some technical difficulties, and we'll keep honoring and remembering people. Would somebody else like to share? Just unmute yourself if you'd like to share, and I'll call on you. It says that you can't. You should be able to. If you'd like to unmute yourself and say something. I guess I need to allow people to unmute themselves. Sorry. Let's try this again. All right. We've had Phil share and we've had Dwayne share.
I've got another share if you want.
Peg and Lance, would you like to say something?
Yes. So I would like to honor and remember my brother-in-law. I don't know if you can see this picture. Do I have to hit share screen?
No, we can see you. We can see it
Okay.
just fine.
All right.
Yeah. Lift it up just a little bit because it was just a little higher. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we
Okay.
can now. Yeah.
So this is my oldest sister, Priscilla, and her husband, Jim Fuller. And Jim died about a month ago after a couple years of illness. And he was the first one to come into our family through marriage. So we were all excited to meet Jim, and he turned out to be a wonderful addition to our family. He was a legendary band director, band music teacher at Stanford Central School, and coached girls basketball, built his home, raised 4 daughters, 3 daughters and a son. And he'll be missed. We all loved him a lot.
I'd like to say something. Am I on? No.
You are.
Ellen?
Go ahead, Ellen.
This is Ellen Mayo. On the very last Christmas when my mother was still alive, she was staying in the nursing home, but we brought her to Christmas Eve service at the church, and everybody was, of course, very nice to her and very friendly, and she was just talking to everybody and just having I was surprised at what a great time she had just being with everybody there at church. And so I just want to say I appreciate that, the welcome that was made for my mother on her last Christmas.
That's nice. Mhm.
Are you guys able to hear the drum beat as we're drumming?
A little bit. I can hear it.
Not likely.
Sue, did you have
Well-
somebody you wanted to honor?
This is a picture of my late husband, Paul, and I, when we were probably about the time we were married. And we were married for 50 years. And I just want to remember him. Thank you. I'll show his picture again if you want to see it, because he's killer good looking.
Cheryl, do you want to share?
I do. So I don't know I do this. There we go. So this is Dan and I. Dan passed last November 20th. We were married for 45 years. And I miss him terrible. Thank you.
Janet, would you like to share about your father in person since my video is not working very well today?
Sure, I'd be glad to. And I haven't even combed my hair, you guys. I wasn't going to be on video today, but here I am in my real self with Walter. And this is my father. I don't know if you can see this or not, Stephen Brown. He passed away in March, right as COVID was starting to affect all of us. And I said on my video that it was probably a blessing he passed away when he did, because having to be locked up in a senior facility with no visitors would not have been a happy situation for him. And it's not for many of the people now, including my mother. But he liked getting out and about. He loved shopping and coming to my house. He loved history and politics and airplanes. And I have a bunch of airplane books I'm going to be going through here in the coming months. But we loved him a lot. He moved to Denver here last summer with my mom because he was having continuing health problems. But I'm really thankful I was here for him the last month he was alive. I got to be with him pretty much every day. And I also shared that he had a lot of interesting memories percolate at the end there. He wanted to talk to me about his childhood playmates and his grandparents. He wanted me to remember meeting his grandparents, which I never did, but it was really interesting. He was a sweet, kind, loving father, and we really miss him. Thanks, Wendy.
We're going to take a little break now and have some special music. We are, and then we will continue our sharing and honoring.
For each child that's born, the morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, the morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. We are grandmother's presents, and we are our grandmother's dreams. We are the ancestors, we are the spirit of God. We are mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of light and sons of creation, sisters of mercy and mothers of love. We are mothers of light and the builders of nations, seekers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. We are grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandmother's dreamings. We are the breath of your ancestors. We are the spirit of God. We are mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and the sons of great visions, sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We are mothers of light and the builders of nations, preservers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. We are grandmother's prayers, and we are grandmother's dreams. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the spirit of God. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are.
Earl, would you like to share something?
Yeah, I have two people. This is my dad.
Oh, hold on. Something is pinned. So let me figure out how to, here we go. Okay, Laurel, say something now. There, wait.
How about now? Yeah?
Is anybody seeing Laurel? Hold on, because I want. Laurel, okay, so talk and let's see.
How about now? Am I showing
Yes,
up?
now I see you.
Yes. Okay, so I have two people. This is my father, who passed away 1.5 years ago, and not at this age, obviously. He was 87, and this is him in his old hobby store. He had a gun shop and was a model train enthusiast, and I never knew him like this. He was I was born way later in his life, but I like to think of the parts of him that I never got to know. So I like to remember him. And then I recently had a conversation with somebody in our congregation who, where I became aware that enough time has passed since losing our congregant Connie Murillo that some people don't know who that is. So I would like to say who that is. Somebody told me that they assumed that she was the nice old lady, and she was not a nice old lady. She was a nice 37-year-old lady. So this is Connie. This is a piece of artwork that was made by an artist out of a photo of hers, a favorite photo. And her brother had this made, and she was in our church for, I don't know, a long, long time, probably 10, 15 years, and was on the TLC, if not more than that, I don't know. But she died of breast cancer at 37, 3.5 years ago. And we were all super lucky to have her in our lives. And her sweet, gorgeous baby boys are an amazing keepsake that we all get to have of her. And I would just like us to remember her.
Piera, are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Piera, are you there? Would you like to share? And I will share a picture of your mother if you want to
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about her. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, you're muted, Pierre. Can you? There you go.
Penny, my mom, was many things. She came here in '87 and taught at Mesa State, which is CMU now, which was CMU, until 1 year before she passed away of cancer. And she also was art director at Cosmopolitan in New York, and she was a social worker. She became a social worker and almost got her PhD, and worked with various people in various groups for social work in various parts of New York, which have a lot. And then she also was studying to get her PhD, and then she also taught at the college level, taught sociology in Brooklyn and New York. Then I had an accident and she moved out here, and she was a wonderful woman, a writer. I have the poem, but I can't find it with the full screen. Anyway, she was a writer, and she sailed back east a lot, and loved our land. I wonder if I could show you another picture, but anyway, she was wonderful, and she passed away 5 years ago from cancer. Thank you.
Robert, did you have something you'd like to say?
Yeah, I would like to remember my sisters, Billy and Connie, who I still miss terribly, even though it's been a while since they passed away. And I think I have a picture here that might show of me and Billy and Connie on our way to the Dakota pipeline when we went up there for the action a few years back. And it just, it's a great picture of both of them. So see if you can see it.
Yeah.
Can you, am I pinned now, or can you see, am I?
Yeah, we can see you again.
Okay, yeah, that's me and Connie and Billy on our way to the pipeline, and we had a great experience up there and camped out for a week or so and tried to help with that situation. And they were both really politically active and both just such close family to me, and I really, really miss them both. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Thanks.
And in honor of Billy, before we light a candle, I have her words that I've shared a few times, but these are words from Billy. What difference religion, God, or no God if you live love? If you live love and evolve a higher consciousness, the universe wins. And when you die, return to all that is as fully love. If this is not the case, and you live love and return to free energy and elements when you die, then the universe wins as all that is receives particles of love. If you believe in God and live love, the universe wins as you return it to your God as love when you die. Live love and let the universe and all that is win.
And I'm still on, I think. I'd also like to remember a non-human friend that was very close to me and Sherry for about 10 years. Some of you who knew us and had been to our house knew Buffy, our wonder dog, who was the cutest dog in the entire universe and was the most friendly dog in the entire universe. And Sherry and I both really still miss our little dog, Buffy. And just wanted to say that too, as long as I was still on. Thanks.
See,
Wendy?
Adrian, did you want to say something?
Yes. Let me see if I can get the picture right. I'd like to honor my mother, Vita. She passed away in 2003, and her name was the Italian word for life, and I feel like that was very all-encompassing of her. She was an absolute force of nature, incredibly strong, incredibly fierce, but yet incredibly quiet and loving and compassionate. And in my hardest times of life, I remind myself that I'm her daughter and that her strength helps get me through. And I just want to take some time to remember and honor her.
Dawn, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to share one more picture. My mom used to just love to read books to her grandson. And that's just a picture of her, and she could read for an hour to him, and they would just have such a wonderful time. So that's what I wanted to show, is that all the time that she spent reading to him, I guess.
Yeah. I'd like us to take a little bit of time now to hold in our hearts all of the people who are not spoken for, who are not getting a candle today in our sanctuary, but are holding flames of love in people's hearts. If you look at the back of this altar, all of these pink drapes have a silver dot. There are 4,600 grids on each one of these panels. Each panel has a silver dot for somebody who has died this year of COVID. This is a art project through the Arts Institute here, and there are going to be, unfortunately, 46 panels right now of dots that they will be putting up and displaying. So we hold in our hearts all of those people who are not spoken for but are remembered. What I would like us to do now is together, while we're all muted, but I am going to, we're going to do a little ritual called We Remember Them. And I will say a phrase, and then together we will say, we remember them. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the rustling of leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. So as we live, they too shall live, for they are now part of us as we remember them. Let us sing together, Return Again.
Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are. Born and reborn again. again.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Peg, will you sing us out?
Sure. Go your way in peace, wander as you may. Blessed is the path you take. May love guide you on your way.
Thank you, everybody. One of our traditions here is that after the service on Sundays, if anybody would like to be part of the